Hi everyone, it's Ken Mason from Whispering Souls. So I'm creating this video because we have released new tarot cards that I've created, or I've designed and created. And I wanted to do this video just to kind of show you why I created these tarot cards. And of course we're selling them. So one of the reasons why, obviously, is because people have been calling me up and or talking to me about learning tarot and the difficulties of learning tarot, and sometimes you get cards that are very complicated. You get cards with a lot of information. So I created a bunch of tarot cards that are basically pictures. You look at the picture, it kind of tells you what you need to do. So one of the things here you might find is, like in regular tarot or the right weight, so you might have pictures like this. So of course, it's kind of you can kind of figure it out, but you're not quite sure what it actually means. I mean, you look at all the information that's on there and people are trying to figure out, okay, what is this? She's saying there, flowers and this and that, and it can be very confusing at times. So the cards I made, very simple. Very simple. Dealing with an elderly person. I also had the writtens on there, but it's more visual, right? It's a child taking care of her mother. So the picture itself is very simple and kind of give you a real good direction on what this picture means, or what that card means. We also have on the. I also created a different version as well. We have one that's hexagonal. Oops. So, instead of having those cards, they're kind of like this, which allows you to make different pictures and different things and different ways of handling messages. Again, as you can see, very simple question, a very simple picture, so you can see what it actually means. So it kind of helps you move forward. So I also have included in the next set of pages, we're going to look at how to use these cards, the 3 cards, the 5 card spread, the 14 card spread, and the romance spread. So again, let's look at some of these cards. So 4 of Cups, seek direction, where you need to go in life. As well as, that the family celebration, very simple, These cards are very simple, and they can help people, beginners, to be very, very quick at doing tarot cards. And of course, there are some words here just to help people, climbing to what you want to achieve. So again, these are all available on our website. So we have the one, and we have the hexagonal ones as well. We have cards that are Bernard's day-to-day cards. They're separate, obviously separate deck. So there's I think there's 30 of them. Oh, geez, so they're different cards per day that you can read, or just pick one. So if you look at one of the cards, success in life, what you need to do to have it. So sorry, my lights aren't very good. So anyway, so this is also a card, a deck that you can buy. One thing though, beware of is that these cards, the Spirit Guide Techniques card, they're from the States, so I think they're $25 American. These are also from the States. So the hexagonal one is in the States. We made these ones though, the straight ones, in Canada, for those of you who wish to pay directly in Canada or buy in Canada. So whichever one you want, they're pretty much all the same cost. The States with shipping and Canada with shipping, but the same cost. So whichever one you would like to have, So anyway, so I'll let you go now and watch the next video, which shows you how to use cards, how to use these cards, what scenario to use them, how to build your reads and whatnot. And again, very simple stuff. So hope to see you someday. Have a good day. So here we're looking at what we call the 3-card spread. So the first one that everybody looks at is, we're looking at this one here, which is the first, second, and third. Really depends on how you want to do this though, because a lot of people do this as past, present, future. Now my question is to you is how you want to set this up, because I never use the past. And the reason for that is because the past is not something you can really do. You already know it. So I'm basically wasting your time by doing the past. The present is usually like a confirmation type of system where I'm verifying that I'm connecting to you. So this one I would be used to connect to you. But this one here obviously is the future. So in a sense though, really in the read, you're only going to be using one card or getting one card to get information that you really want. So the 3 card is really, you know, kind of a way where you kind of have to really play with this. Me, I use this as more time. I will use this the 3 months, the 6 months, and the 9 months to dictate which one I want. Because this will give you more information. It will give you like a 9-month information or perhaps even a 1-year information, and it just gives you more value to the client or to the cards. Now with these cards, like anything else, we also have, you know, we have different kind of sets that we can use as well. Excuse me. We have the 5-card spread, which to me is typically, again, a month spread for a future. So, you know, you can put it out. You can put it out as 5 spread. So what you're going to get here now, again, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year to 2 years. So 5 months also though could be, as many people may look at this is being the middle card. So that's the most important card. This is the negative cards, and these are the positive cards. Again, different ways to look at things, and really, again, present, past, future, past, future, future. You could also use this as being the primary, secondary, and third. So this is the primary thing in the person's life. These are the 2 things that are going to surround this one, and these are the ones that are going to surround these 3. Again, really, really dependent on how you want to set up the cards. So at one point, in the way that I did it, put this back the way it was. So what we have here, and the way I would have done this reading if I was doing somebody, and this is the same one I usually use in my free card readings on Wednesdays, we have this setup. We have the Wheel of Future, which basically immediately says, you know, all parts of your life are in sync. Everything's nice and hunky-dory. You're going to be passing a spiritual change, trying to find out where you are spiritually. We also have the 10 of Swords, which is the Death card. Something's going to die in your... It could either be somebody dying in your life or something dying in your life. Relationships, work, people's negativities around you. But we also have the 9 of Wands here, which means your battle of worry about what this is going to be. But in the end, the Ace of Cups, which is new love, new things to hold on to, and so on and so forth. Now, one of the other things I used, and I don't know if I can show it here. Let me see if I can. The relationship card. So the relationship card, the way I do it is, this card's in the middle. You have this 2 in the middle, which is the person. Don't know if I can show it. So we have that guy, this guy. So there's 3 cards here on this side. Let's see if I can show it better. So you have the 1, 2, and the 3. And you do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, and a 3. And then in the middle would be the card that's going to happen. So typically the right-hand side's the male, the left-hand side's the female. Don't ask me why it's all been ordained that. It's just everybody sees the male on the right-hand side and female on the left-hand side. So if this is the male side, in the relationship, we have, the battle weary for the relationship. Everything's in sync, but there's a death card coming. On her side, we have the Hierophant, which is learning new things, finding oneself, and perhaps even having a child or having something new to love with. If we look in the middle cards, we have the Temperance card, needing to guidance with assurance, but with love. And Magician is, spiritual change or new direction in life. Which in this case, with these cards, we indicate that he doesn't want to be in a relationship, and she does. And the result in the middle would be taking control of your path, your destiny. So it's basically saying this card here is probably, as you see, person on there, that you're going to be moving on a new path. Sorry for the noise in the background. So now the other ones I can't show you. There's a 14 card spread. Let's see if I can show you the middle part. So we got that one, you got that one. So you got that one on top, you get that one on the bottom, you got one on this side, and you got one on this side, and you got, so 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one. So this is usually the big set. This is the one where I go up to 4 years with this. So the first thing you would have is one in the middle. This is the focus person of the person, the focus of the person that they're doing on now. So the Magician, spiritual change, and the Wheel of Fortune, that all things are in sync. This is possibly what somebody wants or in the middle of. On top of that, on these two cards, this one is the one on the top. So you would see this up. So this one's at the top. This says it's battle weary. So whatever they're in the process, they're getting a little battle weary. But on the bottom, sorry, we did this wrong. So you have the eight of Wands, which is the falling off card. So the sweeping the past away, that's coming to an end. The one on top is the one that says it's the Nine of Wands. So you're battle weary because everything's being swept away. Brand new parts for you, which is the Eight of Cups. So contemplation, choosing a new path. And the Death card is new starts, new beginnings. So this is the end of something. This is the beginning of something. So typically it starts from here and goes around here with the two in the middle. Whatever you place on those cards makes no difference, because I have them this way. You may decide that you want them to be not the way I have. You may do them in different directions. You may decide that is the bottom, that's the top, or whatever value you give them. It's up to you. Now we have the 4 cards going up. So this is, at the 3-month mark, the 6-month mark, the 9-month mark, and the 1-year mark. Depending on how sometimes you do this over the first 3 months. This is at the 3 months. This is the 6 months. Whatever time you choose to make them is the time that they should be. So now we have the 7 of Hearts, which is at the 3-month mark, which is focus on oneself. So you're telling a person, focus on your path. Be, you can be, just focus on yourself and don't worry about what other people think. The Judgment card is no knowledge of the path. So again, just trying to figure out, where you're headed, having that knowledge. We have the Justice card right after that, which could be the power of attorney. You need to take care of somebody. And at the 1-year mark, you're going to enter into depression or, similar of a Death card. So in this case, if this is taking care of somebody, this might mean that they're going to pass away at that time. Again, this is usually how I read them. Again, of course, you would, draw more cards out for the next 4 years. The way I normally do that, I put these cards away because I don't need them anymore. So for the next 4 years, I would just simply, you know, just, this will be 1 year to 2 years. Hoping you can see these. There's not much room here on this table, sorry, or for this camera. So again, you know, you would be looking at these cards, and these are 1 to 2 years. Or again, you can make them different times. I mean, this is how I do it. You can certainly do them at different times. So, you know, from 1 year here, year and a half here, 2 years over here. And then you just read the person. Then you close these, and with the remaining cards, you do the 2 to 4 years. So that's a quick look at how you can use these cards, the cards that I created, and just to do some reads, just your own setups, your whatever you would like them to be. I always tell people, just because somebody does it that way doesn't mean you have to do it that way. You know, you could do it like that, and then you say, yeah, it doesn't feel right, and then adapt it. You know, because every person's going to read somebody different. Everybody's going to put the stuff down. I know one reader who just keeps throwing, you know, every time they're reading, they'll just throw a card on top of the other one. Oh, okay, and then they just keep throwing, so they have a whole mass of cards. You know, they could be doing this. You know, oh, that's that one. Oh, that's that one. That's that one. Okay, that can mean that. That can mean that. You know, negative, positive. It really depends on how you want to make these up. So anyway, so that's all I have about the decks and how to use these cards in case you want to purchase them. Anyway, so have a good evening, and have fun with these.